Good morning, children. Today we are going to study a poem from your poetry book. And this poem is poem number 2, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. This poem actually is written by Stephen Spender, who was the pioneer of poetic movement of 1930. It is my advice for all of you that before listening the explanation stanza wise, you should open your book and see that what is given in this stanza. In the first stanza, the poet gives us a very clear picture of a school which is located in slum area. He tells us that in the school located in the slum reflects the clear picture of the problems faced by the people who are poor and live in slum area. In first stanza, the poet tells us that the children who study in slum schools are untidy, unclean. They don't comb their hair. They don't come to school properly. And they are very far from the children who study in good schools and who belong to rich families. In the same stanza, the poet tells us that in the class there is a girl who is very tall, but all the time she keeps her head down. She keeps her head down means that she lacks confidence. She is not able to keep or she is not able to hold her head high because of lack of confidence. There is another boy in the class who is very thin, thin like a paper, and whose eyes are like the eyes of a rat, moving in all the directions, searching for something unknown. There is a boy in the second stanza. That boy has stunted bones, means that the boy is, in some sense, handicapped. And this problem of physical impairment that boy has got from his father means that the father of the boy was also physically impaired. He learns his lessons sitting at the back of the class. But actually, he is just sitting in the class. Physically, he is present in the class, but his mind is wandering somewhere else. All the time, he gazes out of the class. Actually, the class where it is located, outside the class, there is a tree also, and one squirrel constantly moves out and moves in a hole in the tree trunk. And this boy, physically he is present in the class, but mentally he is all the time gazing the squirrel, and he has nothing to do that what his teachers are teaching in class or what they are telling. He is busy in gazing out and watching the activity of the squirrel.